JOVA. The JOVA Podcast.
I would be on the internet looking up Take 6 interviews, for example, because they were like the only biggest guys at the time that were in that space that were doing interviews.
And Dalabiyenza land. I think I remember back, hey man. I mean, even Alvin at some point, there's a thing he used to do called vlog. What? Base vlog or something.
Yes,
Where
yes,
he used to
Vinny's
talk.
base vlogs.
Yeah,
Yes.
back Dala. Before it was like a thing.
Yeah.
When he used to talk about where they've been.
Yeah.
I remember a story where he said there was a time he used to give those things headlines.
Yes.
Like titles.
Yes.
There was a time when the night when Take 6 sang with the Angels. So that time they went to see this, I think, an amphitheater or what, like an open air thing.
Yeah.
Sound yaqima. Yeah, well, Jesus. And what? They continued. They've never sang like that before. Well, but sound everything out. But with the night the Angels sang with Take 6.
Oh,
and then there was another vlog where he spoke about when that left me thinking, why would they do that? When they announced that his mother is no more, he was on stage.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's
What they
crazy.
told him, like, I think we break.
Yeah.
And someone told him, "Find your mother." And then what? Take 6. Imagine that statement against an announcement. You are about to go on stage. But I think in PR, in management, they did not do.
No, that's not good.
You don't do that, man.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's
Man,
crazy.
and that announcement will come in any case. Yeah, but so I think those are the stories. But he really used to really push it. There was a time when he spoke about that one is so funny, where they had a fight. They used to rub each other the wrong way. Not Claude.
Okay.
Yeah, so this time, it was the Dove Awards.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the performance. I think they were going to perform. I think they released that album in the biggest part.
Okay, yeah.
So, but no Claude, but I guess I see you, but it's not Shanila. Because they're about to perform. So David couldn't stop laughing even now. So they punched each other, but because there's that thing you but so keep it
Keep it in guy.
yeah. After that, with the Uti party, not dent, they did butt heads, but not like not close. So it was very interesting to find those things out.
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing. For me, that's always the beauty of like finding out what happens behind the scenes with
the juicy stuff.
Yeah, because then you understand a lot of things about group dynamics
And then being human.
Yeah, and being human
Yeah.
and how we give ourselves to what we do so much that you can literally be that invested.
Yeah.
You can be so invested to the point of Guti, exe, mashaya ne manje.
Imagine. I never stopped laughing at that. And there was a time when he spoke about when he never used to really feel that song got settled dent. Like in that Fly Away.
Oh yeah.
And I feel man that song he didn't even want to sing it. The way I used him being a corner. I don't know how settled felt. But Utinje, I didn't. And I remember even when he finished that podcast, there was never a time where he said eventually he liked it.
Yeah.
I just didn't like that song. But I mean,
That's crazy, man.
crazy. So those are the things. And apparently Joey is this guy they normally go to for prayer. Like let's say Nukuto.
Yeah, sure.
There's this one guy in Yagurum like in Azutai Atikam.
Yeah.
Joey has Fundis.
Yeah.
So that's why they pray and Makunama issues
Yeah.
amongst PM members they resolve
guy
them
who helps them
because
to resolve
Joey is
things.
like this.
Yeah.
Calm guy.
Yeah.
And godly, Christian.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
That's crazy, man. And it's through learning about things like that where you realize that it's not that their dynamic, for example, talking about Take Six, their dynamic is perfect. They're these guys that are just happy-go-lucky guys, and there's a lot of crap that they have to deal with amongst themselves before they can do anything. And it's a crazy thing. Like with us, we've been together now. 4 of us have been together for 10 years now. 4 of us have been together for 10 years. We are on 7 years with the newest guys. And it's crazy when we just thought of that when we're in Russia, that actually the last time we were in Russia was 2019. And that's 5 years ago. Just
before COVID.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. And they joined the group 2 years before that time. It was 2017. And you're like, hey, that's 7 years. And
it's close to a decade.
It's close to a decade. And it's not that there isn't so much crap that we need to tolerate amongst ourselves.
It looks nice.
It looks nice when you take your pictures.
I'm just like us. I mean, even Africa Pela. You know, there's a lot that went on there. Yeah. You know, I mean, I know me and Josh, we used to butt heads big time.
Yeah.
And but there was no hate.
Yeah.
It was like, like, let's take number of views.
Yeah.
I remember there was this time when we were in Belgium, in the middle of a tour.
Yeah.
We were there and we just performed at this, some extramural thing. It was not a gig.
Yeah.
It was a workshop.
Yeah.
At this rock school.
Okay.
In Ghent. Very beautiful. You should go there. Beautiful city of beautiful city of Belgium.
Okay.
I think it was coined the secret of Europe in 2014. It's a beautiful university city where there's kids and so got to Ola there, and then after that we leave to the van to leave because it's the deal. Josh is still there. So the tour manager,
hey, pace guys are a problem.
And the tour manager is like, where's Josh? I think we didn't. Then he goes in into the cubicles there. Yeah. Because there's sound, there's, it's a very proper school of music, instruments, There's rooms, there's engineering, And he comes back, Josh is coming, so when he comes in, but were you trying to hold us a ransom? So we just screamed there at each other, in the car. Yeah. And then other times, but every time we found ground.
Yeah.
So, but you won't see that.
Yeah, sure.
When we perform, it's like everything is rosy.
That's crazy. Because, looking from the outside, I would have never thought that you and Josh actually butted heads a lot.
Even Didi would say, hey, you Vusi and Josh. Yeah. Vusi and Josh will do this, but you find them smiling again. Yeah. And I think that's what should happen. Joshua was like,
yeah.
That's it for him.
Yeah.
It's not like a crash or anything like that.
Yeah.
There are very beautiful moments. There's a lot. I think the stuff we'll talk about later. But there's a lot that
That's crazy, man.
We went through a lot, man.
That's crazy. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Hello. I'm happy today. My name is Nkosi Hospice, and welcome to an episode of the JOVA Podcast. With me, ladies and gentlemen, I got my boy Brian. He's behind the camera today. I'm sure they can hear you. And today we are having a very, very special episode. We have who, for me, has been a mentor. He doesn't know this. A mentor from afar. And someone I looked up to for a very long time in my own personal music journey as an arranger, composer, South African acapellian, so to say. This man has been in the game for over 20 years. He's worked with the likes of Huma Sigela, Abdullah Ibrahim. We'll continue the name dropping, not now. Let's just
hold it.
That's just to. He is a music educator. He is a composer, songwriter, performer, father, husband, brother, and This is the first time we've actually sat down to have any form of conversation, and
very first time.
It's crazy. It's crazy just that there's just an instant connection and understanding in just various topics. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to do this once and once only. Vusi Violetto.
That's my daughter's name.
That's your daughter's name. Oh, I thought that was your second name because I saw it on the thing. I saw it on the thing you said. So I thought that was like your name. Okay, so scratch that.
Yeah.
Vusi Nhlapo, ladies and gentlemen, show him some love, y'all.
You?
Man, where do we even begin? Tom the
flop.
Tom the flop. I think we actually picked that up from one of your guys' videos back in the day with the Africa Pella. Because your guys used to like put out these videos, you'd rehearse. Then Josh would put them out either on his YouTube page or on the Africa Pella YouTube page. And guys, that thing was actually, way ahead of its time. First of all, let's start there. Someone was actually even saying the same thing to me when they were showing me some videos of myself that I did, and I posted them. That was probably like 2015, 2014 when I would do these multi-tracks. And it was way ahead of its time in our space. No one was really doing that kind of stuff, but I wasn't really consistent with that because obviously we got busy with the group, and I liked the idea of actually now doing that music, but doing it live. So obviously the other one will die naturally. But to see that those kind of things have such an impact on people in the long run. Those videos of you guys rehearsing Abochona, those
taking me back.
There's
that's Vuyo's arrangement.
There's a video of that. All of those videos, those are things that circulated the a cappella community of our time coming up, thinking about close harmony music, even trying to imagine how to approach arrangements and stuff like that. I'm telling you now, a lot of people use that as a blueprint, myself included. Use that as a blueprint to understand on how to start navigating and how to go about arranging 6-part or close harmony music and all of that. But we know that journey starts Tom the Frog. Tom the Frog. Bro, where does your love for not only just, we'll get to the vocal music part, I think for music begin? Is it something that stems from your family, from your upbringing? What does that look like? Take us back into that time so we understand. Bravo Suba.
Hey, my first audition was primary school.
Okay.
A school called Eguchuleni Primary School in Sebokeng, south of Johannesburg. I think that's like probably 40 minutes south of Johannesburg. Okay. And I used to go to primary there, and I remember that it was a choir setting, and I think I'm an old man. I'm talking standard 1, standard 2. So I've exposed myself. So I remember that there was this part that was a tenor line that we were not singing well properly, and now we were asked to sing one by one. Yeah, and I remember nailing it. I still remember the line even now. Okay, it was a Tsonga song. Okay, so that's why I started really, I don't know, falling in love a bit. And of course, church stuff. I used to sing with my sister, duet. Okay. And I think as time went on, my father brought a cassette. Okay. Louis Armstrong cassette. All right. I'm talking probably late 80s. Yeah. And I remember I used to sing Louis Armstrong's solos are singable. Yes. You can sing. Yes. Whatever he's doing, you can sing. And it's clear, it's clean. I've never heard him play flat. So there's a cassette that my father bought, and I used to sing those solos there and the melodies. Yeah. So I used to take cassette. There used to be these shows, jazz shows on TV, on radio. As if you know, Ndok Dapa. Yes. Like you put a cassette and then you then you catch it. So I used to have a lot of songs that I would play back, mostly jazz. Yeah. So it grew up like that. My family, yes, they can sing.
Yeah.
My mother is an alto. My sister is an alto soprano. My younger brother is a tenor.
Okay.
My father sings bass. But they were never really into this thing. I'm the only one really,
Okay.
But the journey of music for me starts at Gujulen Primary School.
All right.
Where I used to win trophies at that time.
Yeah.
And as time matured, I matured with the love. But I used to love, growing up, songs used to stick. And I think that's what happens even today. Like when I write music, certain things come back and I'm able to, to into.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know. I'm told that the songs that I've done are nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm true.
That's true. They were not kidding.
Yeah, I would have something with Vuyo, but the life of music really goes a long time. I mean, into jazz, of course, a bit of classic, anything that is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Even the late guy who's just passed on now, Mr. Frankie Beverly.
Okay,
from Maze. Such music, The Temptations.
Yeah.
South African music, Huma Sikela, Themba Mkhize.
Yeah.
Abdullah Ibrahim and all those.
Yeah.
So, but it goes back a long way.
Sure. 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years you've been doing music professionally.
Yeah.
That's a long
It's a long time, right?
That's a long time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you think of it, it's long, but it's not long.
Yeah.
Because it flashes by so quickly.
Before you know it.
I think I'm now 12 years.
In the music.
Yeah.
That's quite.
So it's like you think about it, it's like it's long, but it's like not so long at the same time, because you remember things like it's yesterday.
Yeah, that's true.
You remember things like it's yesterday, man. But talking about that, I know you are into music education, and you started with that at a very early part of your music career. So tell us more about that with the Soweto Music Youth Development.
Okay. I used to teach there, but then I studied at Dobsonville. But the SYMD is a school that was a school that was spearheaded by Victor Kwapeng. He's a brother to Mukale Kwapeng.
Okay.
I think you know him.
Yeah.
Mukale,
Yes.
from Stasa.
Yes.
Choral.
Yes.
So he had an interest in me, I think around 2008. I started teaching there on Sundays at the Orlando West Primary School. With the STA.
Sure.
And I was teaching music grades there, like grade 2, 3 to 5.
Okay.
I mean, I used to teach them.
All right.
Mota, the lady.
Umbali
Mota.
Yes.
Even Knox.
Yeah.
And I didn't know.
That is crazy.
It was like, hey, Vusi, you used to teach me,
Yeah.
So SIMD I did from around 2008 until around 2011 when I was kicked out.
Because now you were teaching other things.
No, not really, man.
Going too much on the jazz.
Slow your roll, So, I mean, Victor Kwapeng said to me, you are traveling too much. Because I should say, now I'm going to Canada. I'm going to, It was like, I can't work like that. Then he decided to let me go.
But that's so crazy, man. Because, there's so much heritage around that music school, for example, especially within the a cappella space, I would say. People that come from that school or, studied there at some point. And a lot of them are the people that are performing and, in
As
groups
speak,
now, in groups and all of that.
True.
What do you think it was about that kind of an institution, and do you think now we are missing in action in some way because of something like that we don't have a structure that can allow the youth of the church that we come from to be able to express themselves creatively and just a different kind of platform and space also that would be able to educate and equip people with skills. A lot of the guys that are going to do these contracts overseas and perform at resorts and stuff like that, those are people that are coming from such institutions that learned certain valuable things from there. So that kind of a thing, what is it about it that maybe we are missing today? Don't you think there's something that we've kind of let go of in that sense.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, education is important. Any form of education is important, and if there's a dearth of knowledge in any space and time, it deprives a lot of people many things. Like in that case, the school is no more. You know.
True.
Yeah. So I mean, a person like, I don't know if you know him. He's a jazz pianist from church. Nhlapo.
Yes. I know.
Bad pianist.
Oh, I don't know.
Amazing composer as well. I mean, he's something else.
Yeah.
And another pianist called Phumlani Kamete. He's more on the classical side. They're both from the school.
Yeah.
So you can imagine that the absence of the school is actually depriving these ones who are coming up.
That's
mean, even a guy like Mwachi, I don't know, his name is... he goes by another name. From He was from there.
Yeah.
I used to teach him as well. You know, so you can see already that all the guys I'm mentioning, Bumbali and so forth, and others that I'm not mentioning, come from the place. So I think the absence, I don't know what can be done, but I think it's this thing of having, this one man thing. I mean, I remember that one of the parents, in fact, Ntando's parent, the father, used to have a problem with the Mr. Kwapeng, to say he would love for him to mentor. So that there's a continuity in that school. So that it's not really only him.
Yeah.
And because if he, God forbid, falls down, that's the end.
That's the end. Yeah.
So I think we are missing such things, and it doesn't help to have a small setting, like maybe me teaching music. It's okay, but I think a large scale approach.
Yeah.
I mean, people there, nothing to do with jazz.
Yeah.
The school has got nothing to do with jazz, but just the music rudiments.
Yeah.
Like the classical way, probably like theory of music.
Yeah.
But then you can fan out on your own. So as you can see that he fanned out on his own.
Yeah.
Even me, Nami, it did add a lot in me teaching kids there. But I think music education is a thing that should be taken seriously. It's a good thing that we had it, but I think it can still be resuscitated. And I think at some point I met his father. He doesn't know. I did go to audition at Blue Hills, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how old you were, Lupia.
Hey guys,
Maybe I'm so to expose people. Yeah.
Hey, well, we are old. Everyone's old now.
I spent time with his father.
Okay.
That day, we drove around and came back to Blue Hills, and I did a small thing there. Didn't work out, but I did have an experience.
Okay.
But I think back to that, I think the question is, we are really missing that thing. I think music education is very, very crucial.
That's true, man. And like, it's something that I guess through these platforms can then be ignited into other things. I guess talking about it at least
probably that can and actually starting something.
That's true. That's
like what
true.
you are doing. I mean, you're not really only talking. You're practical about this. And I think that's you should really lead.
Yeah.
Like I see this picture. There's this meme I normally see of a leader and a boss, and a boss stands there and the people work.
That's true.
But the leader is in front doing the job, and the people are following. Pathfinder, Left. Let's find paths, man. Let's create paths. I mean, like what you said, I think earlier, what you said about, I'm forgetting, but we spoke about doing this thing and how tough it is.
Yeah.
And I spoke about an all hands on deck approach.
Yeah.
Where you have, a few hands, we don't have to really be in it, Kakulu, but if you need something,
That's true.
Yeah, so I think, things can, I think together we can.
Yeah.
But divided and I think it's a thing you started a long time ago.
Yeah.
I remember you approached Africa Pair at some point, That was a moment, one moment in time that we were supposed to really be awake to.
Yeah, true.
Not as a band. Maybe not we were caught up with those our own dreams.
Yeah.
But that was a moment that was the vocal play concept, right?
Yes.
Remember those sessions?
Yes.
We did a show even.
We did a show, yeah.
That was a good thing.
Yeah.
Like that was going to start and really, imagine if we would have done something about it. It was going to really create compound a lot of things.
That's true.
Towards the
That's true.
Yeah, the correct principal point. So, but yeah, I guess it's good to learn.
It's good to learn. It's good to learn.
Do something about it. Yeah.
And my thing is, what I'm happy about with how we are going about it now is that it's different from how we've been doing it. These are conversations that are not had. People don't talk about these kind of things, but it's things that are there, and we're just comfortable with kind of keeping it within this small space.
True.
But it's only when we speak about these things and share these experiences that we understand that no, the same thing that you go through, I go through, Mus. So we are actually more alike than we think.
Than different,
The dream and the vision that we have for something is actually closer than we think. It could be apart, and that's the beautiful thing about coming together. And obviously, it's something that won't happen overnight because we've been so conscientized to not do it. So to think that we would be able just to come together and just do that overnight and be able to get around a fire and sing Kumbaya is far from it. There will always be the same challenges.
Of course.
But I think the main thing just needs to be having the common goal and just respecting what that common goal is. And in that, we respect each other.
True.
And once we can approach each other respectfully, there's nothing that we can't work through. There's nothing that we can't talk about and adjust the vision So I think those things are so important. And the fact that we have gotten to a place in a space where us as the leaders of this industry right now can see the need that it's important for us to sit down and talk openly. And reflect. And see what are the things that we have not done maybe as good that we can, look to change and improve as we keep, renewing ourselves, because that's what we do. What we sounded like and what we were singing in 2006, 2008 is far different from what we are right now. So understanding that we need to constantly keep recreating ourselves and all of that. And I think that only comes with these kind of things, these kind of platforms and having a place, which is something I've also been thinking about, approaching guys and seeing if we can have something that's like, a gathering of some sort that we know that even if we try to do it once a year and we just start cultivating that culture where we're just coming together, we're going to chill, we talk about what we do, we talk about our experiences, we share certain things. If it's that we're chilling, having drinks, and we're talking, we're having a good time, we're just putting our head down and we're connecting with each other. And that already will just create a different precedent. And you were speaking about that picture of these grades.
A day in Harlem,
A day in Harlem. And that's what those moments are about. That's what those moments are about.
Hey, I'm reminded of something that I remember Khumutso Mushuki.
Yeah.
Dr. Khumutso Mushuki.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Protocol observed.
Before, lest we... I remember it was a time when me and him, and Simpiwe Zukute.
Yes.
Conjured up an idea of like having songwriters around, I think it was Panky as well was there a long time ago, and I think we didn't see the vision. Some of us, those were called. Many are called,
but few are chosen.
So so I don't know. I'll say this, but it felt as if they are trying to. Him and Sikute are trying to like tell us what to do. That's how it felt at the time. And I think we did misread it. And so because we are also composers, I remember Panky. I don't know if he remembers, but I remember he was also fuming. And I remember him also trying to say, no guys, no. So it was like they are the CEOs. And we are the ground floor staff. So, but there was an idea, Oksala,
Yeah.
to start to something.
Yeah.
There was a vision.
Sure.
So I think it was a missed opportunity on our part. Or maybe the articulation from them was not really.
Yeah.
But now that I'm thinking about it and what you're talking about, with meeting up and doing things together, and you don't have to really be in each other's faces.
Yeah.
The JOVA Podcast.